Thank you so much for making it out, everybody. A lot of hard work from the Rockhouse and Etix crew to make today possible. And again, thank you to our sponsors. We're really excited. We hope that this is kind of one of many. But so today I'm going to be kind of rolling through some interesting case studies and experiences that we've had with selling more tickets. But before I kind of get rolling, I'll just kind of give you a little bit of lowdown on who I am. So my name is Bauer. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing here at Rockhouse Partners. We are located in Nashville, just up the way. So I moved here to Nashville a couple of years ago. I was in New York, and we moved here with my beautiful wife, Kathy. I'm a third-generation drummer. I toured around the country for several years, so that was kind of my music perspective a little bit going into this gig. It's my dog Georgia. She's awesome. I've actually never had a cup of coffee my entire life. Some people think I'm kind of weird on that one, but and we're now besties. So what do I actually do? So Rockhouse Partners, we were founded in 2009 as a spin-off from Ticketmaster, and then we were acquired by Etix in 2011. And Rockhouse, we are a technology-based entertainment agency, fundamentally changing the way entertainment properties engage and activate fans. And we've worked with hundreds of event properties all across the country since our inception. We help entertainment properties sell more tickets, capture data on prospective ticket buyers, generate buzz and awareness about their events, and increase the value of their sponsorships. So what's all this mean for you guys? So I'm going to be, again, discussing 6 different cases that are essentially chock full of various strategies and tactics that you can all use for your own events. Hopefully that you'll leave today with some insights and also just some maybe reaffirmations of what all your smart people might already know. So first things first is your website. When you're trying to sell more tickets online, the way that we look at optimizing a website for sales is essentially your website is your storefront. And the question is, do you want your store to look like this, or do you want your store to look like that, kind of a family store? So when you're selling tickets online, it really starts and ends with the conversion funnel. And we know through our experience that after you get people in the door, every click between your homepage and the time that they're entering their credit card, there's typically a 34% drop-off rate. So the key there is that you want to make it as easy as possible to get people to buy a ticket. You want to reduce the clicks required. So again, after 4 clicks here, you're left with just 29% of your original audience with an intent to buy. So Jam Productions, they are a 40-year-old full-service concert and special events producer. Not to mention they are one of the largest independent producer of live entertainment in the United States. And our challenge with them was to redesign their website to display a ton of shows from several different venues, all under one umbrella site. So first, we placed large purple buy tickets buttons throughout their site. And we assigned purple as their primary call to action color and made that visually striking against, visually contrasting against the rest of their site. And the thought process there is that if everything's purple, meaning everything's important, nothing's really important. And in addition to that, people were never more than 2 clicks away from buying a ticket. So next, we also placed an email sign-up form prominently on their website. It looked bold. Made it one entry field to just make it easy to capture email addresses. We also placed at the top of every single page a Facebook and Twitter and Instagram link just to make sure that people can socially connect very easily. And also we empowered fans with the shows that they were interested in to have social sharing capabilities. So that really placed the power of marketing into the hands of the fans. The other thing we took into account was the mobile user experience. We realized that 20% of their traffic was with mobile users. And so we wanted to make a simple mobile site that users could easily find information on the shows and buy tickets without going through pinching and pulling and a non-optimized experience. And lastly, again, I mentioned that Jam, they manage several different venues, so Riviera Theater, Park West, the Vic, and so our challenge was to create a seamless experience for fans that were searching out shows at all of those different venues. So we built their site as an umbrella, so they were interior pages for each of these venues within it. And so the result of all these tactics, so we saw visits increase by over 264%. We saw Google traffic increase by 961%. We saw traffic to ticket purchase pages increase by 15%. Some of the takeaways here for you all is that, again, you want clear and easy calls to action on your site. You want to reduce the amount of clicks required to buy a ticket. Also, for email capture or email sign-up forms, you want one-field entries, just keep it simple. Path of least resistance. Also, make your site content socially shareable, and take note of the growing mobile site usage. And then again, create just that seamless user experience. So what Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan kind of know is that when you're trying to sell a lot of tickets, one of the keys is to build your email database. And so what we've seen across all our clients is that email really does have a higher return on your investment when you're trying to sell tickets compared to other forms of push marketing like online ads or social posts or blogging, etc. So we also know that on average an order is about 2.7 tickets. So what that tells us is that you don't have an email address for more than half of the people attending your show. And that's what we refer to as the unknown ticket buyer. So the take there for us is that we use contesting to acquire the data for the folks that are attending, but we don't necessarily have their information for their ticket purchase. So X Games Austin, they are a client of ours. They are essentially the Olympics of action sports, but they're also much more than that. They're a festival. They've got Kanye West and Pretty Lights playing lips, and so it's a real true blue event for 3 days. It's occurring June 5th through the 8th, and our challenge with them was to quickly grow an email database from zero. This is approaching their first year. So basically what we opted to do with our contesting was to create a simple to enter form that also has social sharing functionality. And the platform that we elected to use was called Woofu. And so part of the process was also identifying some compelling and unique prizes. So for this one, they had a little bit more budget than most, such as they gave away a helicopter ride to and from the event, kind of a pimped out golf cart that you can drive around with your friends. You can watch the events from a 60-foot observation tower. So they had some really cool, unique stuff. And then again, on the confirmation page, you can share it with your friends automatically when you pre-populated the social message in there. And so I'll also note that with contesting, we kind of take a look at contesting as a really great opportunity to pull emails off of social. And by that, Facebook and Twitter. Because the way that we look at it is you're essentially renting your fans, right? So what if Facebook and Twitter change their communication options tomorrow? They're not necessarily your fans. That channel is owned by them. Whereas opposed to email, there's much more ownership involved. And so, again, with contesting, we find that your best opportunity is to utilize it to snag those email addresses from Facebook and Twitter. So the results of this, we saw 5,400 entries to the contest in just the first 24 hours after launching it. And we ended up getting close to 9,300 total contest entries. And at the time of the on sale, we pretty much sold out of all of their upgrade ticket product. So takeaways for y'all, we use, again, contesting platforms like Woofu that integrate well with social and your website. Again, don't require too many fields for entries to fill out your contests. Also offer compelling and unique prizes. And then also consider messaging contest leaders as with some type of consolation prize. We found a lot of good conversion. Just approach and say, hey, sorry you lost, but here's $10 off of the ticket. They kind of already identified themselves as being interested in your event. So you've built this awesome email list, and now what do you do with it at this point? And it's monetizing this great list that you've bought. So the Franklin American Music City Bowl, they're one of Nashville's premier sporting events, and our challenge with them was to help sell expensive VIP packages as early on in the life cycle as possible. So our solution there was to message prior buyers with an opportunity to purchase before the general public. We also used kind of creative in-email voting to basically tag and segment email recipients based off of what their preferences were. So in this case, it was voting on what their favorite team was. And then we followed that with some personalized email messages. And the results, we saw 169% more clicks to buy tickets than the prior year. And we also sold out of all their VIP packages. So takeaways, you want to offer prior buyers an exclusive opportunity to purchase early. You also want to identify and tag email list members for future segmentation. And you want to personalize messaging to increase engagement. So social media, right? It's not just for like selfies and cats playing the piano. It's it's probably your best opportunity to generate awareness about your event. Yes, we've seen more sales from email, but there's a lot of power in engaging directly in that conversation with your fans. So the key here is to produce shareable content. It's what we call shareable content. It's what it's the videos and it's the photos, Spotify playlists, memes, anything to kind of get the word out and get people talking and engaging. So Wisconsin Beer Lovers Festival, they're one of our clients. They work with over 38 breweries. They have been doing this for several years, and part of our mission was to creatively engage with fans before, during, and after their event on social. So we got creative with it. We created memes, and we started with fill in the blank opportunities on social to just get people engaging, sharing, and talking. Another tactic of ours was to basically require users to vote on content by leveraging Facebook and Twitter's innate sharing functions. So in this case, this was like versus share. So in order to participate in this, you are sharing this with your network. And same with Twitter, it's retweet versus favorite. So just another tactic that we found has been pretty positive. And then behind the scenes photos. This is just, people love to kind of see themselves when they were at the events, and if they weren't at the events, that's an aspirational marketing play. If you weren't there, you see everybody having an awesome time, so you know you'll be there next year. And again, if you were, that probably elevates your experience and your loyalty to be back again. So the results, we saw over 8,000 unique visitors to their website, and 67% increase in online ticket sales compared to 2012. So some of the takeaways, right? So before you post or create your content marketing plan, just ask yourself, is this something that I would share if I saw it on my newsfeed? We found that photos are definitely the content that people share the most, more than anything else. And then also, I would leave you with, don't be afraid to include buy tickets call-outs on your social lists. It's at the end of the day, social is an opportunity to sell just as much as it is to engage. So social is great for generating buzz, but it's also an excellent tool for managing reputation and customer service. So this is a client of ours, certainly the Americas. They sell nearly 300,000 tickets in a single weekend for their Formula One event. So quite a lot of people, a lot of Europeans that are very affluent and demand a little bit of extra love with their customer service. Our challenge with them was to appropriately manage our client's reputation and also communicate as best as we could with unhappy fans that on race day experienced a bomb scare. And so we had to hold the gates. We had about 120,000 people really pissed at us and sending us messages like this. So that was obviously a challenge already with it being such a big event, but now we're kind of in a whole new PR play. So the best way to handle this type of situation, act quickly and proactively. Instead of just being tentative or frustrated with fans, we see these situations as an opportunity to turn what at first might present itself as almost like an enemy into someone that could be your greatest advocate. So the results, we saw a lot of happy fans. At the end of the day, people were really gushing about how we handled the situation, and it turned into something that was once negative into something that was really, really positive. So some of the takeaways for you guys, when situations like this occur, you always want to listen and acknowledge. Again, we understand that they're taking to Facebook and Twitter to kind of vent sometimes, and so it's okay to just let them know that they're being heard. Restate what their grievance is. Let them know that you kind of feel that pain. Also, moving the conversation to a one-on-one experience. We encourage people to direct message us as opposed to continuously posting to the wall and keeping it public. We found a lot of success with that tactic. Just be human. If there was a mistake, fess up. People, I think, will appreciate that a little bit more at the end of the day than being defensive and denying things. Of course, fix the problem. Get to the root of what the issue is if you can, or at least let them know that you've done your best to kind of amend what the situation is. And then lastly, just sometimes battles are not meant to be won, and I think it's our responsibility to understand that and kind of take the high road in certain cases. So just when you kind of reach the end, and it will be pretty clear when that's the case. It's just important to know when to just move on. So once all is said and done with your event, it's about 48 hours afterwards, and we take a look at that period as the afterglow period. And it's where fans are still reliving the event. There's still eyeballs on your site, your social properties. People are still talking about what an awesome time they had. And we look at that as the best opportunity to sell tickets for your next event. So, Headliners Music Hall is one of Louisville's premier music venues. They feature local and national acts like My Morning Jacket, Kings of Leon, Tony Lee, etc., etc. They're absolutely incredible place. And our challenge was to leverage that afterglow period to learn a little bit more about their customers' buying habits and experiences at their shows. So the solution was we surveyed their concert goers with a simple survey, and we incentivized them to participate with the opportunity to receive 2 pairs of tickets to any show of their choice. And the results were extremely positive. We saw a 22% open rate, significantly higher than the industry average, and a 7% click rate. Again, more than 3 times higher than the industry average. And on top of that, we got a ton of actionable data for us to utilize for future marketing and sales. So the takeaways, we want to capitalize on this 48-hour period before the end of your event. Again, that is truly the best time to sell for the upcoming shows. Also consider issuing a ticket alert, right? So the value prop there is, sign up now and be first in line for tickets to when they go on sale. We find that works very, very well. And then lastly, ask fans to post their photos to your wall. Collect them, create photo galleries. That's kind of community content that people love to tag themselves in their photos and recognize and be recognized. And so that tends to be really, really positive in that afterglow period. And with that, I thank you all for kind of listening to my spiel here. Happy to kind of answer questions afterward. I'll be kind of rolling around. I definitely want to keep things moving along. Thanks, folks. And coming next is our panel.